Hey kids, thanks for joining me with Storytime with Luella. Today we're going to find out all about our furry friend, Finlay the first aid bear, the Dare to Golden Mountain, and it looks like he's got his little sister Evie sitting on the back of him there, ready to go on adventure with him. Look what he's got in his hand. It looks like a first aid kit. So it must be that Finlay wants to teach us some very important first aid skills through the story. So let's delve into the story, and if you've got any questions, just let me know. All right, let's have a look inside. It's very, very colourful. Oh, here's the first lesson. Finlay wants you to learn 4 important words: call, say, wait, stay, when you have to call for an ambulance. So call the number that you know. Hands up. Who knows the number of the emergency services in your country? Hands up. Oh, nearly all of you. That's really good to see. Who's from Australia? Nearly half. Oh, yeah, more than half of you. Who can tell me what the number is in Australia? 000. That's the one. Who's from America? Oh, there's a few of you from America. Thanks for joining me today. All right, do you know the number in your country? Is 911. I think most of us in every country know that it's 911 because that number actually works in Australia as well. Who's from Europe? Hands up. Oh, we've got one person from Europe. Do you know the number in your country? Oh, you do? Okay, 112. Wonderful. Well, 112, believe it or not, that works in any country on a mobile phone. But it is Europe's emergency number. So call the number that you know, say that you need an ambulance, or you might need the police and fire brigade as well. Don't hang up, so wait until the operator connects you to the ambulance operator, or again, it could be the police or fire brigade operator. And then stay on the phone. Very important that you stay on the phone because the lovely people on the other end will be able to help you with any emergency. So call the number that you know, say that you need an ambulance or police or fire brigade, wait until you're connected to the operator, and then stay on the phone so they can help you and they'll ask you lots of questions. All right. So Finlay, there he is, ready to go on an adventure. He's got his backpack with him. Now, Finlay learned his skills, both first aid skills and survival skills, from joining the Wilderness Warriors when he was a little cub. And he loved going on his adventures. He was probably the most adventurous bear out of all of his friends from school. One day he was playing soccer with his friend Frederick, but what happened is that Frederick got hit on the nose with the soccer ball. So that caused a bleeding nose. Who's had a bleeding nose? Hands up. Oh, a few of you have had a bleeding nose. Who knows what to do about a bleeding nose? Oh, some of you are putting your head back. Yes, I know. We don't do that actually because all the blood where it goes is into your stomach and you'll make you feel really, really sick. Can you see what Frederick's doing? Frederick's actually leaning a little bit forward. Where do you think he's pinching? Yeah, he's pinching the soft part of the nose. And can you see that he's got a cloth? Well, that's a wet cloth at the back of his neck. All right, so Finlay has told Frederick to lean forward, pinch his nose for at least 10 minutes and put a cool wet cloth on the back of the neck to cool him down. And hopefully that will stop the bleed, but if it isn't, make sure you tell your mum and dad. So that's one lesson, is how to treat a nosebleed. So there is Finlay and Frederick sitting down to a pot of honey after a very tiring game of soccer and stopping Frederick's bleeding nose. So in the distance there, Finlay points to the mountain, and that's Golden Mountain. And Frederick tells Finlay that there's lots of delicious salmon that's found at the creek at the bottom of the mountain. And Finlay loves adventures. So Frederick ends up daring Finlay to go to do an adventure because not many people have been to the Golden Mountain because of this funny looking creature. See that? That's called a hooser. So apparently they all believe that this creature lives over there to protect the salmon, and he's a mean hooser because what he's wearing is the skin of bear as a coat. So that's what everybody's afraid of, and that's why not many people have been to the Golden Mountain. So that night, Finlay can't stop dreaming about the yummy, delicious salmon at the bottom of the Golden Mountain, and he wants to go. So the next morning, he starts packing up his bag. Now, he's supposed to be looking after his little sister Evie that day because it is school holidays, and his mum and dad have gone off to look for food for winter hibernation. But Finlay thought to himself, if he can catch a lot of salmon, then he won't get in trouble because they'll have lots of salmon in their cave, so they don't have to worry about food during the winter. But Evie loves adventures, so she pleads with Finlay that she can come along with him on this adventure. And Finlay, being such a soft bear that he is, he loves his little sister, decides that she can come along. So he starts packing his backpack and he starts thinking about all the things that he should pack in his backpack. Who can tell me, who can see what he's got there? Yep, you can see a torch. He's got his handy pocket tool there. He's got a pot of honey. He's got his bottle of water. He's got his map. But most of all, he's packing his first aid kit. And he's thinking about all the things that should be in his first aid kit, ready for any emergency. So can you see some of the things there? Who can tell me what you can see? Yes, there's a bandage. Yes, there's a pair of scissors. Yes, there are some dressings. Yes, there are some tweezers there as well. And some gloves. That's the one. And some Band-Aids. Yeah, there are lots of good things that you should have in the first aid kit, ready for any emergency. Here Evie is, and she's packing the things that she thinks that she needs to take with her in her backpack. Most importantly, her favourite blanket, her teddy, pot of honey, and of course, a bottle of water as well. So off they go on an adventure, hand in hand, deep into the forest of the Windy Falls Woods towards the Golden Mountain. But along the way, it's quite hot now, becoming the middle of the day, because they left very early in the morning, straight after Mum and Dad left for their journey to go and find some food for hibernation. But Finlay's looking a little bit worried, isn't he? Because the adventure's taking such a long time, so he checks his map and he looks in the corner of the map and goes, oh no, Grimble, old man Grimble, who made up the story about the Who's It, he drew the map. So how right is that map? He's thinking that it's not right at all. So he's getting quite worried that he may not come home before Mum and Dad get home, so that way he doesn't get in trouble. They decide to have a rest and a drink of water, but before having anything to eat, what's the most important thing you should do with your hands? That's it, wash your hands. And luckily, he's got soap and he's got lots of water. Now, how long should you wash your hands for? Who knows the song that you sing when you wash your hands? Yeah, that's the one. You sing Happy Birthday and you sing it twice. And that's long enough for you to get rid of all those germs that might have built up between your fingers and on your hands while you were playing. They sit down, they have a drink of water. That's another important thing to do as well that Finlay wants you to do, is make sure when you're going on big adventures like this that you do drink lots of water and you have lots of rests, especially when it's a hot, sweaty day, so you don't end up getting sick and with headaches. So drinking lots of water. They decide to have a little bit of rest and find a grassy clearing, and they're having some berries and some nuts. So Finlay drifts off to sleep because they did leave early in the morning. And Evie, well, she's not sleepy at all. So what happens is that she ends up chasing some butterflies because she has heard that when you catch a butterfly and make a wish, the wish comes true, and then you let the butterfly go. But be very careful that you don't hurt the butterfly at all when you try to catch them. But while she was chasing them in the woods and she soon lost track of where she was going, she tripped over a rock and oh no, she ends up hurting herself. Finlay wakes up, realises that Evie's not there, and he starts looking for her and he yells out, Evie, Evie, where are you, Evie? But there's no answer. He eventually finds some tracks, and in the distance you can see Evie waving a stick so that Finlay can find her. So he goes over there and he asks her, well, what happened, Evie? And she tells him the story about that she was chasing butterflies. But what happened to poor Evie, that when she fell over, she cut her little paw and she ended up with some grazes on her knee. So here's another lesson, is how do you treat cuts? Well, you clean the cut with some saline, which is in the first aid kit. It's a bit like salty water. Then put a clean dressing over it and then a bandage over to protect it. So that's an important lesson. And what's he wearing on his hands? Gloves. That's exactly right. Always wear gloves, and they are in the first aid kit. Who can tell me what he's put onto Evie's knees? Band-aids. That's right. He's put band-aids on her knees to protect the grazes as well. So never leave your wounds open, because they'll be open to yucky germs in the air. Oh no, Finlay's looking worried here, isn't he? He soon realised that he's left his phone and compass at home because poor Evie's crying and she wants to go home. And Finlay's thinking, oh no, this dare's turned into a complete mess. What a disaster. But without his compass, he can't find his way back to the track in the woods, and he's got no phone to call for any help and to let his mum and dad know where they might be. So what's he going to do? Well, it's getting pretty dark. So he decides that they're just going to have to stay there during the night and then head home the next day. But while they search for somewhere to stay, little Evie ends up with a blister on her foot. Now, do you pop blisters? Who pops their blisters on their feet after walking for a long time? Oh, some of you pop your blisters. Should you be popping your blisters? No, because you let the germs in. So Finlay knows that. So don't pop your blisters, just cover them and hopefully they'll go away. But if they're big and sore, make sure you tell your mum and dad. So for the night, because it's now getting cold and quite dark, what have they built? Yeah, that's right. That's called a teepee. So they found some sticks and some leaves to put over the sticks. And Evie there is already waiting and ready to go to sleep because she's very tired and very sore from her sore paw and her grazes on her knees. Another lesson. Finlay has burnt his foot building a fire because it is cold at night. So here's another lesson that Finlay wants you to know is how do you treat burns? Who can tell me how you treat burns? With water. Yeah. Does anyone know how long to put the water on the burn for? Who can tell me? Oh, 5 minutes? No, longer than that. 20 minutes if you have enough water. It's important that we do that to cool the burn down so it doesn't get worse. So if you've got enough water, make it last for about 20 minutes. Do you put ice on burns? Never put ice on burns because what happens is that ice can actually cause a burn when it's too cold. So you always wrap an ice pack if you're using it for something else like a sore ankle or a wrist, but never onto a burn. Just cool water from the tap and for 20 minutes. Then he tells Evie to find the right dressing in the first aid kit. Who can tell me what's the dressing that she needs to find in the first aid kit? Yes, we want something that's not going to stick. That's right. So it's the non-stick dressing. So if you have a look in a first aid kit, it's got a little square and it's got a plastic side, and that's the side that you put down onto the burn so it won't stick. If you've got nothing else though and you're in the kitchen, just use a tea towel, but wet the tea towel and wrap the burn up. And if it's bad, make sure you tell your mum and dad because you might need to go and see the doctor or maybe have a trip in the ambulance if it's really bad. Here's mum and dad. Back home, they find that Evie and Finlay aren't there and mum's very, very worried. So they head over to Frederick's house and they question Frederick's father, but Frederick's father doesn't know anything, so he asks Frederick. And Frederick doesn't want to give in because he told Finlay to go on a dare to the Golden Mountain to catch salmon. But he gives him and he tells his father where they've gone to, and they're now very worried because it's now dark and they haven't heard from Finlay or Evie at all. Back in the teepee, it's very late. They're both very tired. Evie's very sore. So Finlay sings Evie a little lullaby and off to sleep they go. But there's a strange noise in the night. It's a noise that they've never heard before. Finlay's used to going on adventures outside with the wilderness warriors, but he hasn't heard this really strange noise. Luckily, Evie's asleep. So he investigates, he sticks his head out the teepee, he hears the noise again, and then after a little while it goes away. But he's so tired he ends up falling asleep and really, really hopes that the noise isn't the strange who's it. Well, it looks like you need to find out what happens in the next book. So this is book 1, The Dare to Golden Mountain. So grab a copy from Amazon, tell your mum and dad. Okay, grab a copy, grab a first aid kit, practice the skills in the book. Like and subscribe to this channel and find out more first aid tips. But maybe everyone can learn a tip from Finlay in The Dare to Golden Mountain.